Okay, so what's up guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we are trying out the new Carnival LR Goku over here on his own 200% leader skill team, running a Turtle School team. I have got, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, I link leveled this guy like crazy. I used a couple of keys to get his last links to go up. But yes, mine is 55%, full level 10 links. The friend one, interestingly, the only one that was available is one that is 69%, so one dupe. But their links are all still 2 and 1. So this will also be a pretty good example of the power of the link level system, right? Because we're going to see just how different the two Gokus are. And spoiler alert, my one, despite missing that extra dupe, should be more powerful, right? Because a lot of these links, when you get them to level 10, you're getting a lot of these extra bonuses, and because they are percentage based, you don't really need that many to be able to start getting some big numbers, right? So we start off 5.2 million here on the first turn. I thought it would make sense to do Frieza, not just because it's Frieza, but the final stage is tech. And so it'll be interesting to see when we get all the way to the end, just how much we can have built up in order to really do some defensive work with this guy. Because we should, by the time we get to the tech full power Frieza, we won't have guard anymore with this Goku, but we should still be able to tank all of his attacks reasonably well, right? As long as we can get the hits in to build up our passive. So I will obviously go through his stuff in more detail here. I'm running this Goku as well. I thought it'd be interesting, you could run a rotation on this team of the STR Krillin and then this Goku. Obviously the problem, of course, with there being so many base form Gokus is the naming thing, right? So we can't do this or we get no links active. Unfortunately, there's no attacks in slot 1 either. So let's see what we can't even get the 18 key super. Nice. Okay. Do you have any? No, you don't link together, of course. Well, rip first rotation. Unfortunately, Krillin couldn't get the job done here and kill Frieza. So I guess we'll just have to do this. I should have looked at my rotations a bit more carefully because I floated off Krillin. I should have actually kept him on that previous rotation, but oh well, it is what it is. We'll see what we do here. So 3 mil on the 12 key. So Goku has his entrance animation. He gets 4 key and attack and defense 59%, as well as guard for 6 turns. Then he gets 4 key, attack and defense 159%. So for those first 6 turns, he's getting 8 key. So I mean, as you can see, right, it's we are absolutely stacked with key. I might go ahead and do this actually, so we can get some build up with this STR Carnival Goku. That's probably a good idea. Then we'll do this. Yeah, so 4 key, attack and defense 159, survives KO attacks up to once each turn. So if he's taking the last attack of the turn, even if it's a super from the most difficult boss, you're going to end up on 1 HP. And then he recovers 59% HP if you're at 40% or less at the end of the turn, but he only does that once. So obviously, if that same scenario occurs where he gets blasted by a super and you live on 1 HP, it happens again. He's not going to heal you at the end of that turn as well, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. He gets 1 key and 9% crit chance up to 59 with each attack received. So you build up key, you build up crit chance, and then once you get hit 5 times, you get an extra 59% defense. Once you get hit 9 times, you get an extra 120% attack. So it's a pretty significant boost to attack. And then he also has a high chance to counter Ki Blast super attacks. So, I mean, this Goku really is doing a lot, right? Now, you want him to get those hits in so you can build up the defense, or as in get the hits in him to get hit, right? So this is a very good turn for that. He links up decently. He's got 2 links with this Krillin. Shares 3 links with you. I want him to get as many hits in as possible, though, so we are going to put him in slot 1 here. So we've got 3 links active at level 10. We got Saiyan Warrior Race, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. He's at 229k defense. Now, bear in mind, he's not getting any support because Krillin only supports World Tournament allies, and obviously there he is not on the World Tournament category. He also hasn't been hit at all. So, in fact, one of the best ways this turn could play out actually is if Frieza does 3 normal attacks here against Goku and then does an AoE later in the turn, because then this Goku will have taken all 5 attacks in the first turn. In this first turn, right? Because he's the one that didn't get hit before. Carnival Goku might finish him off here. Mine is built full additional, so mine does additional quite a bit. But actually, to be fair, he didn't get hit first, yeah, so he didn't get his attack buff. But he didn't AoE. Krillin, with his type advantage, is he going to kill him? Krillin hasn't been buffed yet by being hit either, to be fair, but he did get a crit. So we're one hit away with my Goku. We're on to the int phase here. I think we can go ahead and do this. Now, we already have the active skill available with this Goku. When HP is 59% or less with no other restriction, or when there is another warrior raised on Earth or Earthbred fighters category ally attacking in the same turn from the 5th turn. So we're on turn 5. I mean, the whole rotation is warriors raised on Earth at this point, right? So we are able to do that. Now, I didn't mention, of course, as well, he infinitely stacks defense on his 18 key, as well as raising attack for 1 turn. And then on his 12 key, he just raises attack and defense for 1 turn. So you want to be getting the 18 key supers with him as much as possible, because then you are getting the infinite stack. And then, yeah, you can see on this turn, right, he's getting the defensive support from STR Carnival Goku, but he's already at 773k defense. And he has guard still on this turn, because he has guard for 6 turns. So that is pretty good. We're going to go ahead and basically take no damage here from the super. How many times has this guy been hit? We'll see the little defense icon come up when he gets hit the 5th time. But yeah, double digits. And then 4.92. So this is the thing about why you want him to get hit, right? Because his attack stat is probably the only thing that's disappointing about him in the early turns. But you can't even really say is that disappointing when he's doing everything else, right? I mean, he tanked a super in slot 1 before attacking for double digit damage. So, I mean, pretty good, right? And now we saw the attack up icon, so he has been hit 5 times now. So he is going to be looking good on the next turn. His start of turn defense actually next turn is going to be ridiculous, because he's still going to be with Carnival Goku, and now he has another 59% defense as part of his passive. Of course, this Tech Goku not guarding. You love to see it. Alright, so we have the revival for Carnival Goku available here, which, I mean, I guess we might as well get it, right? Yeah, so we'll leave you in slot 1 and grab these. So now we are, what are we looking at with my one here? My one's at 298, yeah, so he hasn't been getting these hits in, but let's go ahead and I guess do this, and then I suppose we can get some int orbs. It doesn't matter if we heal a little bit. I mean, my Goku's obviously not going to take much damage here in slot 1. Yeah, getting hit each time and building up the extra bit of attack and defense is obviously very good. We saw the defense up icon there, so he got his 5th hit, so that jumped up pretty considerably. But yeah, the other Goku, because he got the attack up icon, I got it the wrong way around. Yeah, the other Goku already had his defense up. That's why he had 770k. But we saw the attack up icon because the other Goku has now been hit 9 times. That's why there's a significant difference between the defense of the other Goku and then my Goku on this turn. I got a little bit confused there. But the other Goku has now been hit 9 times, which means the other Goku's attack stat is now going to jump up. So what was he at last time? It was like just below 5 mil with no attack support. So it'll be interesting to see what he's going to be rocking on this next turn, because now we have the extra attack. I'm surprised Tech Carnival Goku didn't get killed, actually. But since we're on such low HP, there's the heal from Carnival Goku, AGL Carnival Goku. So it works out perfectly, right? Because we didn't get the... Actually, if I leave you there, you get the extra link active as well, because we floated off Tech Goku, right, on the previous rotation. So let's do this. So what is he at now? The friend one here, yeah, 770, which is the same as the previous turn, right? Yeah, because he has his defense buff active. Get the full 18 key here. And now we get to see this Goku. This is the friend one, so he's 69%. But this is the one, all of his links are level 1 and 2. So let's see what he gets up to here. Now that he has been hit 9 times for his attack buff. This STR Krillin's still really, really good. I think on a team where you don't have 2 AGL Carnival Gokus, this would definitely be a good rotation to run, right? With the 9.5. Oof. That's 1 dupe, but only very low link level. That's still very good, considering how ridiculously strong he is defensively. That level of attack power is definitely good. And I mean, it's not like we're on the final phase, right? Because sometimes it is RNG of like the enemy attack placements, but we got attacked enough times for him to have that attack up. So He's looking very good there. And then my Goku still needs to take a couple more hits. So, yeah, I guess we'll do this, right? We're going to... Oh, yeah, we're taking tons of hits here. So, he's at 475. Ideally, we need him to not take a super as, like, the first attack, right? Because, in fact, let's fire off the active skill here where we don't have type disadvantage because the last phase is tech. So the active skill, as I said, you can use it from turn 5 if you have a fellow Earthbred Fighters Warrior on the rotation. Massively raise attack temporarily, does ultimate damage to the enemy, and then within the turn activated, all attacks become crits. So let's go ahead and check this out here. Take that. So yeah, not a crazy one, I have to say. In terms of like the overall active skill, like quality and everything in the game, like I don't think it looks bad. It's just very basic, right? Very short. But yeah, definitely cool. We've got the whole squad pulling up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Grab these. But yeah, I mean, this has all worked out quite nicely here. As long as we don't get hit with a super slot 1, we should be looking pretty good. There's the attack up, and then yeah, 8.26. So, I mean, pretty impressive numbers for a unit that can basically tank everything. And then, yeah, can heal you at the end of the turn once. Can't be killed by a single attack. Obviously, if you survive a KO attack, you're on 1 HP. So then if he's getting hit again, the minimum you can ever take in this game from any attacks is double digits. You can actually never take 0 damage. So, you know, if you survive a KO attack and then there's still other attacks coming in the turn, regardless of who it's against, right? Unless they dodge those attacks, you are dead. But, I mean, that can definitely come in clutch in certain situations, right? Like if you are, you know, if Goku's taking the final attack of the turn, especially, I'm trying to think, there's not really any really difficult boss that does that now because Int Omega's not really that difficult. But like, for example, you could put him in the final slot against Int Omega on that second turn where he's then going to get blasted by the countdown super. And yeah, he can't die from it. And as long as you haven't used the heal earlier on in the event, then obviously you're going to heal after that as well. So let's get the Dokkan attack here with the friend. So again, no support on this rotation because the Krillin is only supporting World Tournament allies. So we've still got 750k with the friend. 1 dupe. So very, very good. Double digit damage, yeah, as expected. I would kind of like him to super here. There we go. So let's see. What does AGL Frieza do? Because I know AGL Frieza raises attack. I don't think has he supered at all? 227. I mean, that's pretty good when you think that means his super does over 1 million damage when you think about how high our defense was. So over 1 million damage, and of course, depending how quickly you get through to the final boss of some of these events, remember he has guard for 6 turns as well. So now what that does mean, of course, here is that if we get to full power Frieza and we eat a super before we super, then we would be in trouble, right? Because remember, we get another stack of defense here from our super attack. And then if we do get an additional, because even at 55% you get the free level 5 additional, we will obviously increase our defense even more. So we would have taken even less than that if the super hadn't been in slot 1. But that is definitely something you will have to bear in mind, especially at low dupe levels. Now obviously I use the Frieza or the Cell stages for showcases quite a lot because they're reasonably long and they do hit reasonably hard towards the end. But when it comes to all the big main bosses in the game at the moment, none of them are tech in the final phase. And a big thing about the obviously new hardest stage in the game, which is the Omega stage on JP, is that the first phase for him is tech, which means you're going to be out of that first phase before this Goku loses his guard, and then the second phase against that Omega is STR. So even if the first few phases do take a little bit longer and he runs out of his guard into the second phase, he's got type advantage anyway. So you're going to be able to let him get a bunch of hits, get up to 9 attacks received, and then boom, you've got that defense buff and the attack buff, and then he is ready to just go ham. So, but yeah, this is where it's going to get a little bit scary. Like I say, we got 850 at the start of the turn, because remember, every 18 key super, we are still infinitely stacking defense. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off his Spirit Bomb here, and then I might as well go ahead and use the Yamcha one. I mentioned in the previous phase that I'm using the Spirit Bomb before we get to the tech phase, of course forgetting that we're just going to get a guaranteed crit anyway, so it's not like it really matters, but relatively decent damage considering no attack support. And then we'll go ahead and let's fire off the Spirit Ball with Yamcha as well. Just get a whole bunch of the active skills off in this turn. Now, like I said, if he does super attack immediately in slot 1 before we get to attack, we probably will die, which, you know, that is what it is, right? That's the slot 1 versus a tech boss. But I do want to see how it plays out. I could play the safe route, right, and just put the tech Goku in slot 1. Although I say that, of course, but he hasn't really been getting built up because we've been floating him around, and he only has a chance to guard, so there obviously is the possibility that he would just get clapped anyway. But let's see what happens. Yeah, so double digits from the normal attacks. And no super? Perfect. So 9 million from the friend one here. Again, this one's one dupe, but very low link levels. I think my one's done pretty well in keeping up in numbers-wise. And now we actually get the additional as well. So not only is this another 5.8 million attack, but we also raise our defense again for the turn. Oh, go on, super me. He's not going to now, is he? Of course not. I mean, I don't know, like, we were, what, 800k at the start of the turn, and then we supered twice? So we're probably close to, if not over 900k at that point. Now, I know this full power Frieza can hit pretty hard, and we have type disadvantage. So, I mean, there is the possibility that we still would have died, but I think that is definitely a very impressive showing from this Goku at 55%. I wanted to try him out on his team, but like a lot of these Carnival units, because of other options that you can run on his team, sharing the same name, I feel like you're probably better off running him on other teams, right? So, because he's on the 200% leads for, I know he's on God Goku's one. Let me actually just bring up here what other ones he is on. And then let's grab this for you, and then grab these for Krillin. So AGL, LR, let's Goku, best leaders. So yeah, 200% he's on in terms of global, because the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku's not out yet. The GT duo, Bardock, because I think he leads like every Goku for 200%. Yamcha, God Goku, obviously his own. So he is on 5 200% leader skills on global. And of course, with all the buffs that that team's been getting recently, the physical God Goku team is an absolutely insane team at the moment, because you can run physical God Goku himself, obviously, the 2 8th anniversary headliner LRs, who both get the 200% leader skill. Then you can now run this guy on the team. You can run units like Kid Goku for the damage reduction with all the extra orbs picked up. His team is just actually ridiculous now with the amount of top tier options. The only thing he doesn't have access to from his leader skill is Bulma and LR Piccolo. But yeah, that is some good going in terms of teams, right? So now we're up to with the support from Carnival Goku, we have 1.13 million defense on this turn with this Kai Goku here. So I really want him to super me, although I still would ideally like it to be after we've super attacked. But all right, so don't crit. I know it's weird to say that, but don't crit and then let Frieza super attack me. I'm trying to see something. Oh, well, he just crit. Oh, well, there you go. So, yeah, Goku at 55%. We also got to see a bit of the friend one at 69%. Very, very strong. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Hopefully, you got good luck on your summons if you did them. If you haven't done them yet, I hope you do get good luck. I'm going to do a video for Gohan next. My experience, and I think it was everyone's experience during the anniversary on JP, is that no one really seemed that hyped for Gohan. And like, I think I did a brief video because I did pull him on JP back in February, and Gohan videos were not doing particularly well. So help your boy out, check out that video. Gohan is better than you think, probably, unless you already realized that he is actually really good. But make sure you check that out. That one will be coming up next. We'll be checking him out on his team. He is level 10 links as well. So yeah, do check that out, and I'll see you in the next one. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.